This podcast is facilitated by the World Karate Federation as part of its mission to promote and inform about karate globally. The views and opinions expressed in this episode are those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily reflect the official position of the WKF.
This one was really well organized, an amazing athlete village. The organization was so good. And I had the feeling that this event was organized for the athletes.
I was vigiling for that. I have done analysis. I played matches in my head every night before the sleep. This is a very good strategy for athletes.
Doesn't matter if you are coming from a small country, if you don't have amazing techniques with hard work, if you have a big dream, you can achieve it.
Yes, hello. This is the World Karate Cast. My name is Mitchell Durham, here with Nathan Blockley to bring to you the official podcast of the WKF. And as they say in Spain, hola a todos.
I love that, Mitchell.
You like that one?
I love that. Why are you doing it?
Well, every episode, I think it's important that we, spread our reach to every country. And I want to diversify my language as well. I want to try and get better and get more international. So every episode, I'm going to try and greet everyone in a different language.
And which language was this?
Spanish.
Say it one more time.
Hola a todos.
I love it. I'm going to leave that to you. I'm not going to touch that.
No, so I think I butchered it. But if you want us to say hello in your language, comment down below where you're watching this from, because it's very important to us to hear where you're all from. Nathan, this
Hello,
is
Mitchell.
the first episode of the World Karate Cast.
It is really happening. Yeah, I'm so excited about this. We've got some great content to talk about today, but honestly, a big part of what we're talking about is just the fact that we're doing this and why the WKF has made the initiative to go into this space, into this content space, and have a podcast for the world to listen to.
It's insane. I think we're super privileged to have the WKF reach out to us to help set this up and drive their initiative and get this product out there to the world of karate, because we haven't really seen anything like this before.
We have not. No, we have not. And for the listeners to understand who we are Mitchell and Nathan from Kaizen Culture. We are the founders of our non-for-profit organisation. We're based in Australia. We're very passionate about karate. We're both karateka and have been for going on 25 years each now. So it is a long time. Mitchell is a current world competitor on the circuit, Premier League and World Championships and all the above. I used to be on the Premier League circuit only for a very brief amount of time, a year. I did the Dutch Open and
Dubai.
UAE, and then what was the last one? Paris as well.
Yeah.
So that was 2017, a long time ago, but that's my history. So yeah, we're both just passionate about karate, and we're really excited to talk about what's going on in the world and talk to the top athletes. We've got a couple today, and yeah, it's just super exciting to be doing this.
Yeah, no, it's we feel very lucky. It's been launched for about a week now, and we had a wicked letter sent out from the president of the World Karate Federation.
This touched my heart.
Antonio
It really
Espinosa.
did.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is from him. He's written this and he's spoken it specifically.
Yeah.
I think it'd be important to see how they view this project as well. The World Karate Federation. They say this project marks an important step in our ongoing efforts to continue updating how we connect with the world, the global karate community, and bring the values of our sport to a wider audience. This initiative is an important part of the WKF's broader media strategy, with the WKF's ongoing efforts to return to the Olympic Games program. Creating new platforms like this podcast help us share our sport's values with new audiences and deepen the connection with existing fans. I think that's probably one of the most important parts.
Definitely.
The connection piece, bringing together the community, I think is what I'm really excited to see where this leads.
Yes, definitely. It was great to see that the president made the initiative to reach out to every national federation and say, please support this podcast, because this is how we start this conversation. And we are here for you guys. We're here for the world karate community. We'll be covering, obviously, the big events, but if there's anything you want us to talk about, please comment below on the WKF YouTube channel, which will be released. And this is a podcast every 2 weeks, so there will always be something that we need to discuss.
Yeah, it's always just about the current affairs and what's going on and things that's happening around the league. And, as much as we're involved with the sport and as much of a nerd as both of us are, I think there's a lot of merit in the rest of the athletes around the world having their say and contributing to that conversation as well. So when we talk about topics, like for instance this one, we're talking about the World Games.
Yep.
We have two, arguably probably the best guests to get on in two of the champions that we've got on today. But we're having the guests to come and talk about things like the World Championships, talk about rankings, talking about anything that's going on, just to get their take and their insight, which I think is super valuable.
Definitely.
Yep.
Last thing I think it's important to point out is you would have heard a small disclaimer at the start of the episode. That pretty much says that anything that's discussed on this podcast is not necessarily the way the WKF sees it. They want to give us as much freedom as possible to talk about the topics in karate. We are not WKF spokespeople. We don't work for the WKF. They have fully initiated this podcast. They are the main driving force behind it, but they're giving us the freedom to talk about karate because they want it to be authentic. We're not just a news segment. So please keep in mind that anything discussed in this podcast is not necessarily the WKF speaking directly to you. It's how we see the situation, So very important to realize that.
For sure. And I think another part of this is there's an opportunity to now have really long form content of karate, including interviews with some big names. I think we have our superstar guests to come and talk about current events, but I don't know if we've seen a space where we're really getting to know the athletes behind what you see on the tatami. Or, it's nice now because the social media really gives a bit of an insight to people's lives, and there's a lot more of that nowadays. But sitting down, I don't know about you, but I love sitting down and watching an athlete being interviewed and talking about their history and how they got into the sport, their training regimes, their philosophy and their mindset. And, I think it's the lessons that they can share just in that sort of space is going to be really cool. So I'm excited to interview some pretty big
and that's
names.
Current athletes and past athletes. I've got a bit of a list that I want to start knocking off.
Yeah.
Who knows if we can get them onto the pod? But it's it's Agaev, it's Busa,
Sanchez,
it's Benatello. It's all the big superstars in the history of karate we want to talk to because that was an era of karate it's not forgotten, but it's definitely in the past, and we want to bring that back to the light and hear about the philosophy because it hasn't changed a whole lot. No. Karate is a very old sport.
It is old. It is extremely old. All right, so let's get cracked into the World Games because that's what we're here to talk about.
Yes.
Let's
do it.
Some big things went down at this event. So it's the World Games 2025. It's a multi-sport event, happens every 4 years. And karate's been very lucky to be a part of that sport for.
This is the 12th edition. 12th edition of the World Games. Karate has been a sport since the start. So it's arguably the biggest event in karate at the moment.
I think aside from the Olympic Games that one time,
of course.
This is it. This is the ultimate level that you can reach, which is something that, I don't know, we don't really highlight it very much, do we?
I think it's getting more and more attention, that's for sure, because it's so cutthroat. I mean, 8 of the best athletes from across the world, and there's only one winner. It's so elite in its form. So I think it's definitely becoming the biggest event in karate.
I think back in the day as well, when there was no Premier League system and the round robin system wasn't involved, that format that the World Games had was so unique at that stage. So maybe back then, but now it's we have it in the Premier League. So it's sort of almost the same. And
it's so good to see the pool system, hey?
I love the pool system.
Yeah, I'd love to chat to our guests later on about what they think, but you can see that sometimes the pools are harder than the quarterfinals and finals. It's cutthroat from the get-go,
We've got a few highlights there that we want to brush over before we get into our guests,
Yes.
because I really want to get into talking to these superstars. But first of all, I think one of the best ones was the home gold medal from Li Gong.
Yes, that is amazing. And it was China's first medal
Is
in
that right?
karate history
Wow.
at the World Games as well.
Very cool. So yeah, gold in the female minus 61 kilograms. It's always amazing to watch her fight and compete. And I think the energy that was in the stadium at that time when she won was fantastic. Everyone, I think, was like super happy for her to win that. It was a very emotional win. So that was pretty special.
And she is just insane with her legs, hey? Her
Yeah.
legs go everywhere. It is, and it's so privileged to see that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with a Taekwondo background as well, definitely helps in the current world of karate,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So it was great to see. I reckon we go through all the gold medalists really, really quick.
Absolutely.
I think it's important
Yeah,
to
great
mention
idea.
everybody who did win. From the male kata, we have Kakeru Nishiyama from Japan. Female kata, Grace Lau, who's also the first gold medal for Hong Kong as well. She got bronze last time in Birmingham in 2022, but yeah, first gold medal for Hong Kong in karate. So female kumite take 50 kilograms. We've got Sarah Barmanya from Iran. We've got female kumite take 55. We've got Mia Bish from Germany. Amazing effort. Definitely the underdog going into this tournament, and fantastic to see her walk away with that. Li Gong, as we have mentioned, in the take 61. In the take 68, we have Elena Quirici from Switzerland. Switzerland's first medal as well at a World Games.
At a World Games in
karate.
in karate.
This is all in karate.
Okay,
I'm not going into
that's
other
right.
sports. We
No,
don't
fair
care
enough.
about other
We
sports.
don't care about other sports, just karate.
Joanna Nia from Germany won the plus 68 kilograms in the female kumite. So that's 2 golds for Germany, the only country to get multiple gold medals in karate at this World Games. We have Eray Şamdan from Turkey in the take 60 male kumite. Amazing effort. Take 67, Saeed Obaya from Morocco. Morocco's first medal in karate.
Wow.
Yeah, we've had a lot of
first timers.
Enzo Berthon from France in the take 75 kilograms gold medal. Amazing to see. Take 84, we have Mohammed Al Jafari from Jordan. Jordan's first gold medal. Another one.
Wow.
And then plus 84, we have Rizvan
Yeah, Rizvan.
Talibov from Ukraine. An insane final. That was awesome to watch.
That one, plus 84 semi-finals and final was crazy. Just the fights with Taha Mahmoud and Saleh Abazari in both of those was just... I was on the edge of my seat. It was really good.
Yeah, and then Angelo with his damn body kicks. So many body kicks, and they're always scoring. It's great to see. So, yeah, a lot of firsts from this tournament. Just some highlights as well. We had Adam Elathi from Egypt, only 16 years old in the male kata, and he got 5th, which is...
That's insane.
Like, imagine going to a World Games at 16 years old and getting to a medal final as well in male kata.
That's insane, hey?
So, big congrats.
He's got a huge future ahead of him, for sure. Look, we could talk highlights all we want about the World Games, and I think we're going to do that with the special guests that we have coming on. But before we do that, we'd like to get into some Guardian Girls talk.
Yes, the Guardian Girls was there at the World Games in Chengdu, China. And it's just amazing to see this initiative go global and just be across the world. We were privileged enough to see it launched in the Oceania region just recently at the National Championships. I was there doing media, and it's just great to see these women really get involved in learning about self-defense and passing it on to their communities. And I'd love to get into that a little bit more about how it was in Adelaide, but a direct quote from the WKF in terms of what the Guardian Girls is as an initiative, if you haven't heard a whole lot about it. It was created by the World Karate Federation, the Koyomada International Foundation, and the United Nations Population Fund. The Guardian Girls Global Karate Program is a gender-based violence prevention initiative designed to promote gender equality and empower women and girls through the discipline of karate.
That's so good. I think the common misconception about Guardian Girls is that people just go, oh, it's just the performance at a Premier League that you see, where you have Amy Connell doing the doing the demonstration of the bunkai, and then obviously people go like, "What's going on here? What is this?" But it's much deeper than that.
Yeah,
which is fantastic.
that was my initial sort of how I saw the Guardian Girls until I really got to learn what it is as a program. And pretty much they go to different nations and they qualify instructors who have already been doing karate. That I think the limitation is you have to be a second dan black belt to become an instructor. They qualify all these instructors. So we in Adelaide, for example, we had 17 women come to the program. Amy Connell, a Scottish athlete, amazing in this space and really passionate about the Guardian Girls. She qualified all of these women, and these women can then go to their local communities and really pass the message on when it comes to gender-based violence and how to combat that using karate. It's all about self-defense, and we know that gender-based violence is a very prominent thing in today's society. Hate to see it, but it's great to see programs that attack it directly. The Guardian Girls is one of them. They had a event at Chengdu. It was August 8th and 9th, so it was the day of competition and the following day as well. I know Li Gong got involved quite heavily in Chengdu, and as well as another Chinese instructor with Amy Connell. So just amazing to see this traveling the world and really spreading that message.
Fantastic. I think I'm very excited to see where this Guardian Girls program goes. I think it's only growing, which is great. I see the numbers and also the media around it. I think this is something, like you said, you hate to see it in the world, but if there's a program and an initiative that can help combat that and those numbers to bring them down, and just get more inclusiveness around self-defense and an ability to teach that, I think it's fantastic. So please get around it.
Yeah, it's not all sports karate.
No, not all sports karate. But we are going to be bringing in our special guests at the moment now, Eray Şamdan and Elena Kurichi, coming into the podcast. All right, we are welcoming in Elena Kurichi from Switzerland, minus 68 kilograms in the female kumite category, #1 in the WKF World Ranking, #1 in the Premier League standing, 4 times and current grand winner, and 5th at the Olympic Games, and most importantly, and in recent times, the champion of the World Games in Chengdu, China. Welcome, Elena.
Thank you so much. That sounds so nice to be introduced like this. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to have you on. Thank you very much for jumping on with us today. It's a privilege to us. I think when you were messaging us, you said, "Oh my gosh, it's such an honor to come on and be interviewed." I'm like, "Are you serious?" Like, this is
the honor's on us.
Yeah, the honor is seriously ours. And thank you for jumping on. How are you today? Everything all good? Everything sweet?
All perfect, ready to shine.
Wow,
Ready? I like that attitude.
that's good. What's happening at the moment? What's you training? I'm sure you're always training. You're in the dojo.
Surely you had a break after the World Games. Surely you just kicked your feet up, watched some Netflix. Surely you just relaxed.
Sadly, no, because I have my own karate club, so I jumped in right back to work with the kids and preparing for the next event, because the eyes are locked in for the World Championship.
Of course. Is this a case of if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life? Have you heard this?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, that's great to hear.
The medal of the World Games, so I had to go straight back to the dojo to show them.
And how cool was that medal?
Yeah,
the gold
very
medal?
cool.
It is amazing.
Do you have it as like a necklace?
Do you have it as a necklace? Because I believe you can get like the little pendant outside of on the inside of the medal. Can you take it out? Do you wear it?
No, because I'm really messy, so I would lose it. So I keep it with the medal together, that I will not lose it.
That would be a terrible thing to lose, dude. And I would.
Yeah, I actually
if
think
I had that, I would definitely lose that.
We wanted to get into your experience in Chengdu in China. Just take us through what it was like being in the village. I know you've been to a few World Games before, but yeah, just tell us specifically about what was different between the past World Games and then this one here in Chengdu in China, and take us through what it was like in the village and at the competition venue.
It was, first of all, just really amazing experience. I can compare it a little with the Olympic Games because I was in Tokyo So it was similar like the Olympic Games, of course, a little more small, not so much media presence, but still it was, you could compare it with the Olympic Games. The other World Games were more small, maybe not so important. And this one was really well organized, an amazing athlete village. The organization was so good. And I had the feeling that this event was organized for the athletes, not for make a show. It was really organized that the athletes feel comfortable, that they feel welcome. Everywhere was a possibility to sit down, to get something to drink, to get something for eat. The volunteers were so kind and tried to help us. So for me, it was a really perfect experience, and I really enjoyed it, and I didn't want that the time pass.
That's great to hear. I mean, athletes being the priority, I like to hear that. I like to hear that.
Absolutely.
And it's so good that the World Games is becoming this highlight event, and I'm glad that you felt that as well, because it's important for athletes that they don't feel like it's just a random championships that they get to do. It's a big deal. And did you feel a lot of national pride competing for Switzerland?
Yes, I think now it's changing also in Switzerland, that the World Games get more priority, that they get more publicity also. So I felt like it was the first time that we as a team had all the same clothes on in the World Games. So this made us already feel more like a team if you represent all the same. And it was also nice, other athletes from other sport from Switzerland came to watch my competition. So it was really a great experience.
That's so good. Did you connect much with those athletes from the different sports?
I tried to connect. Of course, we didn't have so much time, but what I tried to connect, and this was a great time. And it's always nice to share these moments with other athletes from the same country, but from different sport.
Yeah, that makes it so unique. It's not in any other karate event that we have, a WKF karate event. So being a part of a larger team that's involved with multi-sports, it's such a privilege to be a part of. And I know you felt a little bit as well. Mitchell, you were present there.
Yeah, no, it was really cool. I first time experiencing the World Games for me, and I had no idea it was going to be like that. So to see everyone there, Australia didn't have the matching tracksuits. We weren't as lucky as Elena over here, but that's okay. We still had some time to connect and sit down at dinner and talk about the different sports, there was some crazy sports there. Did you have a chat to many of the athletes? There was like a thing called fistball. Do you know fistball?
I didn't know it before, now I know it.
How crazy is that?
That's the point of the World Games, is to highlight sports that aren't in the Olympic Games. Mm-hmm. So there was wushu as well, some other martial arts that we don't see too much of. So no, it's great to see that it's got so many different sports. I would love to jump into Elena's performance.
I was just about to do it.
Because I have a killer statistic for you, Elena. And we all know you as a very aggressive fighter. I think that's across the world, you're known for being aggressive. As soon as you're out on the tatami, there's no stuffing around. If there's an opportunity to attack, you take it. Yes?
Yes, I don't want to fight boring. I want to happen something. And
exactly right. Yeah. So I've got a statistic for you. Firstly, across all your fights in the World Games, you are always the one to initiate the first attack. So from Hajime, you are always the first to initiate. And I think that's very rare itself.
How did you even get that stat?
I watched all the fights.
Oh, okay. So you're just sitting there and watching them.
Yeah.
Okay,
this is the preparation.
That's good. I love it. I love that.
And
good preparation.
Yeah, of course, Elena. And I've got something even more impressive. The average time that it took for you to attack was only 14.4 seconds. That is, Elena, have you ever been given passivity? Like ever?
Yes, if I need to for tactical reason, yes, but I don't like it. And I think it's not nice for the public to see too many passivity. So I prefer to fight.
We love to see you attack. And usually it pays off as well. But 14.4 seconds.
That's crazy.
Usually there's a solid half a minute at least before anybody thinks about doing an attack. It's just testing each other out, but you are straight onto it. You're precious straight away, and then you launch into an attack. And it's great to see. 14.4 seconds. That's
crazy.
super impressive.
That is
Across
crazy.
all 5 fights.
No,
That's
no fun.
no, yeah, and it doesn't matter who's facing you as well. It doesn't matter who's across the mat. You versus Elena Zaretska, a very accoladed fighter. We'll definitely get into that final a bit later on. But yeah, even that, I think it took you 12 seconds to attack.
Wow.
So it does not matter who is in front of you.
Can you tell us a little bit about the mental preparation between for those matches? You know, you fought some. Obviously, this is the World Games, and you have the most experienced athletes in the division. But you had Eda Eltimur from Turkey, you had Talia Sombre from France, and Tsubasa Kama from Japan. What was it like going into that pool and knowing these athletes? I'm sure that you fought them many times. Maybe not so much about specific strategies, but just the mindset going into it and how you were preparing yourself for that day.
First of all, I loved it because I think it's very nice to fight directly good people, to need to be on the highest level directly from the beginning. So I loved it. And the preparation was a long time already before when we prepared this event. I was ready to face the best of the category early on. So when it was the moment of the draw or the moment to fight, I knew I was ready for everyone. It doesn't matter who it will be. We prepared well for each one of the athletes, but of course, the mental focus is very, very important. And for me, is the thing which made maybe also the biggest difference in the last competition for me, that I was really focused on this championship, on these World Games, that my mind is fully there and that I enjoy also these moments.
Yes, because you've had some progression in World Games since you started. And what was your first in 2013?
Yes, I was just a baby, 18 years old in Cali in Colombia.
And this is your 4th World Games, if I'm not mistaken. And this is your first medal as well, which is insane to think. You've gone from, not placing in your first, you got 8th, I think, in your second, then was it 5th after that? 5th. And then it's, your first gold medal, which is just amazing to see that progression over the years. And it's something that I know that I'd love to do a deeper dive into. Hopefully, like a big part of this podcast is really learning about athletes, going in depth. Unfortunately, we don't have the time today because it's a very introductory podcast.
Yep.
But I'd love to have you back, Elena, so we can really go into your fight philosophy and how you've done what you've done, because it's one of the greatest of all time achievements, and the accolades that Mitchell read off at the start of the episode, like it's endless.
I didn't even have the list of medals that you've got here, which we've got some insane ones. I'm going to just say these ones again.
Yeah,
Four-time gold at the European Championships. One of them is including a team kumite, which is insane. You've got the World Games, obviously gold medal. You got the silver and the bronze at the World Championship level in Budapest 2023 and Paris in 2012. European Games, silver and bronze. And then you've also medaled so many other times at European Championships. And this is not even to mention the Premier League medals. So you just had such an amazing career, and it's something that I very much look up to as well. So would love to get into some of these matches here. So the first match that you had from Eda Eltimur from Turkey ended up being 2-6. The second match was Talia Sombre from France, 0-4 to you. Tsubasa Kama from Japan, 2-3. You went undefeated in the pool stages, which got you the first spot into the semi-finals against Hadia Hendi against Egypt. 0-1, perfect in that fight. And then the final, which is I'm super excited to talk about, against Irina Zaretska from Azerbaijan, 0-3. So you had a very successful campaign. I'd like to talk about, if you're keen on talking about the match with Irina Zaretska, because the last time that you fought, which would have been the World Championships in 2023.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, so talk us a little bit about that. You've had some insane battles with her. and you guys are always going at it at each other. Talk us a little bit about that final and how it sort of played out for you.
Yes, I was ready to fight whoever will be in the final because I prepared for all the other 7 athletes. And then it was also nice to have her back in the final. She's a great athlete, great person, so I was happy to face her. I knew it will be an interesting fight. I was ready, so in the moment of the fight, I didn't care who is in front of me. I just wanted to enjoy, to hit some tsukis, some legs, and win this match and bring home the gold medal for the kids in my dojo. So it was just a great fight. I think everyone enjoyed it, and I think also many people waited for this final.
That's an understatement.
Absolutely.
I loved watching that fight. That was, and you're so right. You didn't treat her as any other, you didn't put her on a pedestal or anything. You did exactly what you'd done in the previous rounds, just attack, especially with those tsukis, the punches. And you mentioned that you used some legs, and I need to hear about that spinning back kick. That was absolutely insane. Have you practiced that? Is that part of your repertoire?
No, it was just before the final, really the last moment I went out. I said to my coach, Raul, can you stand shortly? And I hit one Ushiro Gary, and after he was a little blue. And it was just, I didn't even do it because I wanted to or it was planned. I just had the feeling I want to throw now one of them.
It just felt good.
Then inside, what you train every day, it will come out in the right moment, I guess. And like this, it happened.
I'm
Fantastic.
glad that Raul's ribs
Yeah.
actually paid off for something. It was a win. It was a gold medal. So thank you.
That is commitment to
Thank
being
you,
a coach. That's commitment to being a coach. I'm sure he's copped a lot of hits from you over the last few years. I think we need to get his physiotherapy costs covered, I think.
Yes. He
yeah.
has to suffer.
He has to suffer. Fair enough. There's always a suffering coach behind a extremely great champion, isn't there? Now, before we move on and sign off for yourself, Elena, thank you so much for coming on again and talking about the World Games. We'd actually like to know something about you outside of karate or unrelated to karate, something that many people wouldn't really know, something that you're passionate about, anything that, comes to mind in that sort of space. I know we're obsessed with karate, but I think the karate fans would love to know something outside of that area.
I think it's really difficult because my life is really karate with the own club. You are 24/7 with karate, around karate, so there is not much time left. I'm at the moment really dedicated to karate, but I love to sleep and eat. I love ice cream. So everyone around me knows that I'm a fanatic of ice cream.
Favorite flavor?
Chocolate and chocolate sauce and chocolate, everything.
Everything.
That's pretty funny. A Swiss person liking chocolate. That's very good.
Shocker.
That's a shocker. That's awesome. So when you allow yourself certain times to eat ice cream, or is it just any time goes because ice cream's the best?
When my coach is not watching.
All right. Thank you so much, Elena. Any last words you'd like to sign off with before we let you go?
I think the message I want to give to the karatekas all around the world is doesn't matter if you are coming from a small country, if you don't have amazing techniques with hard work, if you have a big dream and you really want to achieve something, you can achieve it. I think I'm the best example. I don't have amazing kicks or something spectacular. I'm just really a girl which had a big dream. I really worked hard. I have an amazing team around me, and like this, everything can be possible.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Elena. We're going to leave it there, and we'll hopefully speak to you again soon. Thank you so much, Elena.
Thank you so
Elena.
much for having me.
Okay, it is time to welcome in our second superstar guest of the podcast, a very famous athlete, Eray Şamdan, male kumite minus 60 kilograms from Turkey, 28 years old, national team from Turkey, number 3 in the world ranking, second at the Olympic Games in 2021, two-time and current grand winner, 2018 and 2025, and countless medals. And the one that we're talking about right now is the World Games gold medal. Thank you so much for coming on today, Eray. How are you? Everything all good?
Yes, everything is good. I am happy to be there. And you, how are you?
We are good. We are so excited to be doing this and talking about the World Games and talking with you. Eray, you don't know this, but you are one of my favorite fighters to watch. The way you fight, how analytical you are, you see everything. You know, it's like you know what the other person is going to do before they do it. It's amazing to see. And when we were preparing for this podcast, we labeled World Games gold medalist. We didn't know. The World Games had not been on yet. And we already had your name in there. I thought that you just how you've been this year, you've been fighting at such a high level that your World Games gold is no surprise. And it was amazing to watch you achieve that. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. I am so happy to hear from you because maybe I am little fast athlete.
You are.
Because
You are very,
I
very fast.
yes, I be everywhere on the tatami.
You do, yes. And even in such a division where everybody is so fast, you are always being aggressive. You know, you be aggressive, and then as soon as the other person comes, you are so good on the counter. We saw that definitely in the final against Hashimoto. You were on it as soon as he went. You were there for the counter, and it was amazing to see. In all of your fights at the World Games, who was the hardest?
Of course, I think Hashimoto.
Hashimoto, was that the first or the second time was hardest?
Yes, second time.
The second
Uh,
time.
he is very good athlete. Uh, he is so clever and so fast. I like him. He's also very friendly. I love him, but and so he is very good athlete. I like him.
He is a very friendly guy. We were staying at the same hotel as him in Cairo at the Premier League. And every morning at breakfast, he had a big smile on his face, always very polite. He's an amazing fighter. How was it versing him twice at the same tournament? Because that's not something that often happens where you verse somebody twice. What was that like?
Uh, we fight in the groups first. I won 1-0, but this is more control in the group match. After final, I am more relaxed. I was feeling more relaxed, and uh, I've been everywhere on the tatami. I use my brain. I use my purges, and it was more good for me.
Do you feel that when you made the final, because you fought, I mean, you fought Hiromu Hashimoto many times before, but because you fought him only a few hours before in the group stages, did you feel more comfortable in the final because you had that win in the pool stage, or was there a different feeling in the final? Did you feel more free?
Yeah, I felt in the final more comfortable because my medal is certain, silver or gold. You know, yes, uh, I am I am more comfortable in the finals. I felt more good and more relaxed.
We had a little chat beforehand, Eray. We talked about your mental preparation for this event, your mindset, and you spoke to me about your visualization. And I'm very interested to hear about your visualization tactics going into the World Games. Can you please talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I was visioning for that because I have several certain opponent on there, and I have done analysis each of them, and I played matches in my head every day, every night before the sleep, and this is very good strategy for athletes. Elena told us like this. This tournament was very important for me, like everyone. I won the gold medal in the end, but visualing is very important for the athletes. You told me.
Yeah, absolutely. You spoke to me about how you would visualize the perfect match, and then you would also visualize the crazy, silly match, and there was two
Yes,
versions. This was awesome. This was really good.
I have, I have two strategies
Yeah.
in the visualing. One of fantastic, I dreaming fantastic, uh, maybe Uramashi, maybe backflip, maybe running and Yoko geri. But this is bullshit, not reality.
Yes.
This is not reality, I know, but I felt very good when I dreaming like this. I felt good. But another strategy is reality. Uh, Real tactics and maybe Deagyakuski, fakes and after Kizamuski, Mawashigeri, but this is reality. I feel not fantastic but good. This is reality. I do two times, one fantastic, one reality.
I think that is so important to get the insight to because visualization is something that I don't do at all. And clearly, it doesn't work.
Clearly not doing it
Clearly,
doesn't
I
work.
need to be doing some visualization. So I need to learn from you, Eray, and do this reality and then fantastic visualization. But I think that's such a really cool insight. So thank you so much for telling us about that. We're going to go into your matches now at the pool, in the pool stages. You fought Ali Abdel Jina from Morocco. You beat him 2-3. You fought Hiromu Hashimoto from Japan 1-0. And then you had a draw with Angelo Crescenzo from Italy, 0-0. I'm interested to see how that fight went. Did you know that you were already going through to the semi-final when you were fighting Angelo and you knew that that is all you needed? What was the mindset for the draw with Angelo, or did that just happen naturally?
Yeah, I know him. If I lose in the match, in the last match in groups, uh, I don't go to semi-final. If I lose in the group against Angelo Crescenzo, I don't go to semi-final.
So you did not care about winning. It was all about just drawing at a minimum and not losing so you could then progress.
I have already two wins, but 4 points I don't have advantage.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. That's really cool.
That is such a hard pull. I mean,
Yes.
2-3, very close. 1-0, very close. And then
Yes.
the 0-0, it could have quite easily been 1-0 to Angelo. So it is really, the difference is so small between you making it through and not. It is the pool stage, it's cutthroat. I'll say it again, that's the third time.
Is it?
Cutthroat,
Have a little time. And then in the semi-final, it seems to be that when you went into the semi-final and the final, you had more freedom and you were more relaxed because the scoring just went through the roof. It went crazy. In the semi-final, you fought Abdallah Shaban from Kuwait, who you have fought many times before and had some great battles, but it ended up 6-1. You had an amazing match with him.
He's a very good athlete also. He's very experienced and he's bigger than me. Uh, but I know him. Uh, I know what he can do in the tatami. Go left or go right or go back, go forward.
Pretty much
I know him.
everywhere.
I know him. I told you I have. I don't analyze on each of them. I know. I know them.
Yes,
And
yes.
I have one strategy for them, for Abdullah Shaban, for Hashimoto, for Zenos, for Crescenzo. I have strategies.
Yes,
So-
for that fight, you had already defeated him in your mind.
Yeah.
So then it was just going out and doing it.
And then the final against Hiromu Hashimoto has to be one of the most electric fights from the championships, I would have to say. Everything just seemed to be falling your way. You had complete freedom, and it was 12-2. That is insane. He's a grand winner. He's one of the best athletes in the world, and it was 12-2.
Yeah. It was an amazing performance, Eray.
Yeah, he's very good athlete. Also,
Yes.
everybody is good.
Everyone's the best.
Yeah, and seeing that the first step up Mawashi that you did, that you caught him, fantastic timing. But then the Ura Mawashi in the last couple of seconds when you were running away and you just leant back on one foot, just stuck it up there and just tagged him in the face. It was clinical. It was very precise. It was amazing to watch.
I didn't think it, but this is when I use the area and automatically go to head.
Just natural.
So good. You had the freedom. Now, outside of the tatami and outside of the competition, I want to get your thoughts on the village and the organisation, because this was your first World Games. How crazy. First World Games, first gold. That's insane. First World Games, what was your impression? What did you like about it?
I love the games because organizations would be great, and maybe I won gold medal in the Mediterranean Games, in the European Games, in the last World Games, maybe silver medal in the Olympic Games. I love the games because it feels good because we can see another sports, cultures, countries, athletes, people. It gives me extra motivation. Also, China is very good about it. In the March Premier League in Hangzhou, uh, also there is very good organization, and like this here.
Yes, so much help, so many staff to take care of the event and the athletes as well. From what we've been hearing, it was an amazing championships. You were there yourself, Mitchell, and you say that it was amazing. And now you've got your sights set on something else, and that will be the World Championships at the end of the year. And I feel like this is quite special for you because you've had 3 World Championships so far. You won 2 matches in your first. You didn't place at your first World Championships. That was Spain 2018. And then you placed 9th in Dubai with 3 wins. And then in Budapest in Hungary, you placed 3rd with 6 wins. So it's just an upward trajectory. And I'm sure you're aiming for that gold medal in Cairo at the end of the year.
I hope to. I am unlucky in the World Championships. I won gold medal. I won gold medal everywhere, but in the World Championships, I don't have gold medal. I I will go to be champion on there because this is very important for my career, and I want to take gold medal.
Definitely.
Fantastic.
Maybe the pool play as well as playing to your advantage.
Eray, I would like to hear a little bit about your life outside of karate. I know that we love karate so much, and we are always in the dojo, always training, always doing the things necessary for karate. But what's something that you're passionate outside of the dojo, outside of the tatami, something that the karate fans may not know about Eray Shamdan, the karate athlete?
I want to play football. I
What-
want to play football like every child because I like to maybe Borussia Dortmund, Barcelona. This is my favorite teams, and I like to watch the football match. And I like to go to cinema. I like to go maybe reading book.
Do you have a favorite football team?
Yes, I have, but in my country, Kocaeli Sport, in my city,
Yeah.
but another side in the world, Borussia Dortmund.
Borussia
Right.
Dortmund.
Yeah, Dortmund. Yeah.
This is not my area. I
not
don't.
my area either.
I'm not a world game person.
I think is that I'm going to take a stab.
Go on, have
is
a go.
It German? Is it Germany? Dortmund?
Yes, Jordan.
I actually think I do know this one. Is it the?
Oh yeah, now
the-
you picking
No,
back on.
No,
As soon as
no,
it's confirmed.
What's this? It's the yellow and black, right?
Yes, yellow and black.
That was a great guess.
My
Mitchell.
original Kocaeli Spor. Because Kocaeli Spor in my city, you know Kocaeli.
Yeah, Kocaeli. Yeah, I'm very fond of Kocaeli actually.
Spor the best. But in the Champions League,
Yep.
maybe FIFA Clubs World Cup, Borussia Dortmund.
Of course. Very good. Thank you so much, Eray. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on once again. I can't believe that we've had some amazing athletes for the first ever episode to have yourself, Eray, and Elena on the podcast. But thank you so much, Eray, for joining us. I hope you've had a good time. And if there's anything else you'd like to say before we let you go, if there's something you'd like to say to the karate fans and the karate community, a little message before you go, would like to hear from you.
No, thank you. No,
Hey, fair enough. You've said it all. The champion spoke. He said it all.
Man of few words.
Yeah, no. Thank you so much, Eray, and we'll see you very soon.
Thank you, Eray.
Dude, what a discussion.
What a discussion for the first episode as well. And these chats, these topics, they're just going to get better.
Yep.
And I can't wait to see what this podcast has in store.
I don't know how you're going to get much better than this. Like, these two athletes, it's just so awesome. I love chatting to these people. Elena and Eray, such great people. And I could be talking to them for hours, and I want to get to know them way more and talk about different things. But yeah, as we said, just getting their take on the World Games and the current events, it's just, I'm lucky enough at that. So I'm stoked.
Especially with such a changing world in karate, we've always got something new happening. I mean, this is the first time that the World Championships will have pool play. So there's a lot happening in the world of karate right now, and it's important that we give a voice to the athletes that are a part of it, and they get a chance to share their story, share their perspective on World Championships, World Games, organisation, all of this stuff. So it's great that the World Games was such a success in Chengdu, China. The Chinese Karate Federation and the World Games Association put on an amazing show. So it's, just great to hear from the athletes, directly to the athletes, and talk to the community.
Yeah. And next few episodes, there's some pretty big topics. We're going to be talking about the World Qualification event. We're going to be talking about the World Championships. What else we got on there? So much stuff.
Yeah, we've got some specific athlete interviews as well. We're going to select some lucky ones. We've only got 8 episodes this year. It's starting off as a fortnightly podcast, but maybe there's room to expand.
If you are loving it and you're loving this content, we need you to tell us. We need to comment down below on the WKF YouTube channel where you're watching this from, what you'd like us to talk about, and just keep talking to us. I think we're pretty open people. I'm happy to take a message here and there, but yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It means a lot to us, not personally. I don't care if you like the video. I honestly don't. But you liking means that this podcast can be more and more successful, and we can get it to the point where maybe it's even weekly. But it needs to show success in the metrics. It needs shares, it needs comments, and it needs likes. So engage with the content. So we can keep doing this, and we can keep doing what we love, and we can keep interviewing the world's best athletes.
Fantastic. I think that's a good spot to end it there, Nath. Thank you so much. This feels very monumental.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much to everyone else, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks' time.